Hello everyone, how are you today? Well, we are working with Grade Time 1, Unit 7. And now we will talk about vocabulary. And we will learn some expressions of time. So over here, I think you can see two different situations, right? In the first picture, we have two boys playing basketball. And in the second picture up here, we have a very busy bunny, right? If we ask them, what time is it? What time are they doing those things? They will probably have different answers. Why? Because playing basketball is something that we do usually for fun, right? And doing homework is a responsibility that we have from school. So, there is a time for responsibility and there is a time for fun. Yeah? Usually, we have fun after school, when we finished homework, or maybe during the weekend, right? And our responsibilities are usually when we are at school, when we have some house chores to do, okay? So if we ask the bunny, what time is it, bunny? What time is it that you're doing homework? He would probably answer, oh, it's 1:30 on a Monday. Yeah, it's usually this time if you study in the morning that you get home and then you have lunch and then after that you start doing homework, right? What about the boys playing basketball? If we ask them, what time is it? They would probably say, oh, it's 2:15 because it's the time we go train at the club, right? And it's also Saturday because it's the time we have free to do this kind of activity. Okay? So now let's go to the book. We will work now with page 69 if you have it there with you. But if you don't, all the activities will be here in the screen. Okay? Okay, so here is exercise 1 from page 69. We have some clocks and they are marking the time in each one of them, right? So you have to listen and then match to the correct clock. Let's take a look at the example.
C.
It's 3 o'clock.
Okay, so when we say the expression o'clock, it's because the big pointer is on 12 and the small one shows us the hour. Okay, so here we have 3 o'clock. Now, let's listen to the other ones so that you can understand the expressions.
1:45.
1:45. So, a quarter corresponds to 15 minutes. Yeah? So, we have 15 minutes to 1 o'clock. Which clock is showing this time? Now let's see another one.
10:15.
Now it's a quarter after 10. Yeah? So we have 15 minutes after 10 o'clock. 15 minutes past from 10 o'clock. Okay?
D.
It's 8:30.
It's 8:30. So when we use the expression half, it means that it's in the exact half, yes, of the clock. So, for example, if we have 2, the number 2, and we split it in half, yeah? half of 2 is 1, right? So if we have half past 8, half an hour passed from 8 o'clock. Okay? Now pause the video, listen again, and try to match the clocks with the right times. All right? And then in a second, we go back to correct it. Okay, so let's correct it now.
D.
It's half past 8.
All right, so half past 8 is right here. Why? The small pointer is here, a little bit after 8. And the big pointer is over here, marking that 30 minutes, right? Half an hour or 30 minutes have passed from 8. Okay? Now let's go to the next one.
A.
It's a quarter after 10.
It's a quarter after 10. Okay, so we have to be careful here not to get confused. So here is the small pointer marking 10, and the big pointer is marking a quarter or 15 minutes that have passed from 10. Okay? And then the last one.
B.
It's a quarter to 1.
All right, so now it's a quarter to 1. Can you see that when this pointer gets to 1, this pointer would have taken 15 minutes to get there? Okay, so we still have 15 minutes to complete 1 hour. That's why we say it's a quarter to 1. All right, so let's check. Very well, that's it. So let's move on now. So to make the time expressions more clear, I brought this example here for you. Okay, let's imagine that the circle here is a clock. And these expressions we will use based on what the big pointer is showing us. Okay, so this is important. Every time the big pointer is in one of those positions that are marked in the clock, we will use one of these expressions. Okay? And there's also a small difference from the book. The book says that we can say a quarter after. For example, something happened at a quarter after 4. And here they bring the expression past. All right? They are exactly the same thing. They have the same meaning. You can say quarter past or quarter after. All right? Now, let's imagine that we have the small pointer over here at 12, okay? And also now our big pointer is over here at 12, okay? Imagine a clock here with all the numbers. Up here is number 12. When the big pointer is here, we can say 12 o'clock, okay? Now, the big pointer will move to here, to this position over here. Then we can say 5 past 12, okay? Now, if it walks a little bit more and it stops here, we say quarter past 12 or quarter after 12. Okay? And so it goes all the way up here, here, up until this position here. When the big pointer is marking here to us, it's because it has already walked half an hour. So in this position, we say 12:30. All right? After this point, all the expressions that we will use, as you can see them here, have to. Okay? So if our big pointer is still here, no, actually the small pointer is still here on 12, and the big pointer is marking here on this position, you will say 25 to 1. Because 1 is the next hour after 12. Okay? And then it continues moving up until this position here, where the same thing happens. We say 1:45. Yeah, because there's still 15 minutes to go until you get to the next hour. Okay? And then after that, you can say 10:01, 5:01, and finally, when the big pointer is back here again, we say 1:00. All right? I hope it helped you to understand better how we tell time in English. All right, now we are back on page 69, and let's take a look at exercise number 2, okay? Now it's your turn. Take a look at the clocks that we have here, and then write the right time. For example, here the small pointer is on 4, and the big pointer is on 3. Yeah, this big pointer is telling us the minutes. So we can write it's 4:15. Okay? So try to do it by yourself and then pause the video. In a second, I'll go back to give you the answers. Bye-bye. All right, so let's check now. Here we have the small pointer almost on 7 and the big pointer on 9, which represents the minutes. So here we have it's 6:45. Okay? Number 2, small pointer on 11, big pointer on 12. So it's 11:00. Okay? And then number 3, small pointer between 7 and 8, and big pointer on 6. So here we have 7:30. All right? Guys, that's it for today. That's it for telling the time. If you have questions, you can go back to the video and check it again. And I'll see you later in the next video. Bye-bye.